We got Call of Duty Finest Hour, which is a sort of a retelling of the first Call of Duty that was released on PC. And look, online broadband only. This is a good game. Me and my brother used to play this all the time. I still gotta get that sticker off. I'll probably get that later. Me and my brother used to play this one, and I remember we beat it. And the crazy part is, I remember we were like watching the credits, and Brian Johnson from AC/DC is actually in this game. I'm not even joking. It was probably one of his only acting roles ever. He played like one of the soldiers, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Brian Johnson from AC/DC in a video game. Can't beat that. Yeah, really good game. I don't have Call of Duty 2 Big Red one, but I want to get that. Maybe I'll get that on Xbox. Because on GameCube, yeah, the Call of Duty games on GameCube just run super slow. I hate to say it because I love the GameCube, but the GameCube ports are easily the worst versions of Call of Duty. I don't know. I think that's just me, though. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Really, really good game. It was probably THQ's answer to, Zelda. Probably the best game that's, I would say, is very similar to Zelda. One of the only problems about this game is that the characters, they didn't talk. They had no voice. It was all based on text. Which was really, really, really cheap of THQ in my book. I think they should have had some voices, but that's just me. Here's the manual. It actually has a hint book in there. I will warn you though, when you're playing this game, there's going to be a part in this game where you're going to get to a certain area and you're going to save. I'm telling you right now, it's when you're one of the weird kind of characters. I think it's maybe this character or a character similar to it. And you're going to get to a part that's pretty far and you're going to save, but there's a door next to the save icon. Do not save there. That was a complete error on THQ's part, where they forgot to open the door when you save the game, and if you save the game, it locks the door out and you can't ever beat the game. You have to start all over. I think they fixed that in like the Switch version, but I could be wrong. Then we got SSX, the original. Very, very, very fun game. EA's answer to 1080 snowboarding. And man, is it a good one. You're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. It controls so smoothly. And yes, this was a launch title for the PlayStation 2, another one. So once again, blue disc. Like I said, since it was a launch title, I'll allow it. Just you need a Slim to play it. My experience. Over the Hedge! I did a gameplay of this game. Hey, some of you may remember it. I had played the GameCube version. So I don't really need this version anymore. So if anyone out there wants a copy of Over the Hedge on PlayStation 2, hit me up. Because I told my brother about it and he does not care about this anymore. Me and my brother used to play this all the time, as I mentioned in my gameplay. Very fun game. Should have been Over the Hedge 2. I'm still mad about that. It's kind of like a sequel to the movie in some ways. So I guess this is the sequel to the movie? I don't know. We got Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures. I remember when this was announced and I thought, oh my gosh, Lego Indiana Jones is getting a Lego game? Count me in. I love the Indiana Jones series. And it did not disappoint. It plays very much like the Lego Star Wars games, except you're Indiana Jones, and it's actually super, super fun. I also own the sequel on Wii, which is basically this game, except with added content. This is the original version. From 2008, so PS2 is kind of on its way out at this point. But yeah, definitely check out Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures. And who knows, we may get a new one because of the new film. And we got a bunch of my Dragon Ball Z games. Here we go. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1. Awesome game. Cell is a pain in the arse to fight at the end, though. I had to switch on easy, and even then, I barely beat him. And I remember, honestly, as a kid, I didn't like these games. Because I had played Budokai Tenkaichi first. And I went back to Budokai. Oof. I was not used to these controls at all. It was a different style of gameplay immediately. And I rented the third one, I think. And I didn't like it. I didn't know how it played. And then I was like, okay, I don't like this. But then years later I bought these and I was like, oh, you know what? It was actually a really, really good series. I still need to play the second one and finish the third. Wait, does it have the receipt still? Oh yeah, I bought this in 2018. Okay. It was also released on GameCube, as was the second one. There's a poster. And in the back, you have all the characters. Look at those early 2K models. Yeah, great game. Just hard as piss. Like, seriously, Cell won't even give you a chance to hit. He'll sometimes even beat you like in one sitting and you won't even get a hit in. I have Budokai 2, but I haven't played it. I heard it was pretty good, though. I know that this was also on GameCube. It looks pretty good, though. I still need to play this. I don't know why I went from 1 to 3. That was really stupid of me. I should have went from 1 to 2. But yeah, I do have Budokai 2, so I'll play it and beat it one day. I just think the Tenkaichi games are a lot better. And this is the one I'm currently... I never beat it, but I did play a good chunk of it. Budokai 3. This had a really interesting fighting system where you had to like mix and match different like moves, and whatever moves you got, you would get them, and sometimes you wouldn't get the right moves to hurt them enough. Dragon Rush attack, that was it. So, and this was bought also in 2018. The manual's really... Oh, it's got a show and jump thing. There's advertised for a Godzilla game. When was this purchased? $2018. Wow. It was the same year I purchased the... But I bought it in like 2019, I think. Here we go. This is my favorite game of the Dragon Ball Z games. Budokai Tenkaichi. Not my favorite of the Budokai Tenkaichis, but this is pretty close. This changed the entire gameplay. And it was like they had added characters, and you got to play all the old episodes into a game. It was just so cool. It definitely feels a lot kind of plain when you go to the later ones. But at the time, this was groundbreaking. Completely changed Dragon Ball Z. Now, for whatever reason, my disc is a greatest hits. I don't know why, but it just is. What is in the back? Oh my gosh! I didn't know this was in here. This was bought at Game Crazy in 2008. That is cool. That's cool. I love it when stuff like that is in there. I miss Game Crazy. This game right here was what got me into Dragon Ball Z as a whole. I saw this cover at Hollywood Video. I had no idea what it was. I thought it looked cool. I didn't even know it was an anime to begin with. I thought it was just a video game series. And I played this, and man, did I fall in love. One of my favorite fighting games of all time. Spent so many hours on this game. So many. I mean, playing as Frieza and unlocking all the characters. That was probably my favorite part. Is to unlocking a lot of these characters. Like, when you get to Budokai 3, Tenkaichi 3, a lot of these characters are already unlocked to begin with. But unlocking them in Budokai 2, or Tenkaichi 2, that was the best. That was so cool. The most explosive fighting game ever, and yeah, sure was. I rented it back in 2006, I want to say. Yep, 2006. Yeah, I've been a Dragon Ball Z fan since. And here's actually one of my rarest games in my collection, because it's just so good. Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the ever so classic. This is my favorite. This is my favorite Dragon Ball Z game ever. I don't have the 4th Budokai game, but I tend to get that soon. This goes for over $200 now. And I got it in 2010 at my GameStop for $18. And I even have the proof to show it. I love this game so much. It's just classic. It's just so classic. And I unlocked all the characters too. I don't know if I unlocked all the stages, but I know for a fact I unlocked all the characters. That was satisfying. So satisfying. And it's complete. So I'm really proud of that. One of my prized possessions. There's the manual, and look at this. $17.99. Wish you could get that game for that price. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm not a bragger. I just happened to buy it for $18. No, I wish they would re-release that game though, because that game is really good. Since we're going out of order in games, Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening, the special edition. Very hard. What can I say? I mean, the Devil May Cry series is always so challenging, but so satisfying. It's kind of like Shinobi in a way, but way more intense. And since this is technically the prequel to the first one, it's best to play this first, and then 1 and 2, if you want to get into the story. And I do have 1 and 2 as well. I haven't really played this one, Red Faction. I heard good things about it. Join the revolution. It's like, I don't know, it looks kind of weird. And once again, greatest hits disc in a regular case game. Red Faction. So I imagine it has some sort of like revolutionary themes to it. Batman Begins. This game's pretty good. I might do a gameplay of this one day. It's probably one of the most simple Batman games. It's really, really simple. It's really not that hard at all. It was kind of weird too. It was like, oh, let's go back to Batman's origin story. So it like goes to his own origin story and kind of gets a little deep, but it's really, really fun. I actually like it way more than the Catwoman, Catwoman game. I mean, anything's better than the freaking Catwoman game. But yeah, check that game out. It's also on, I think, Xbox and original Xbox and GameCube. This game, James Cameron's Dark Angel. I haven't, for the record, I haven't even seen the show. This game, though, made me pull my hair out. Oh my gosh, was it freaking hard. Was it so freaking hard. And, you know, I got this at a closing down video store. Like, it was good, but most of it revolves around stealth, and the stealth missions pissed me off. And you want to know the craziest part about this? I saw a gameplay of this that he was like, well, you can try to he was actually trying to like kind of like cheat, bypass it. But when they made this game, they thought of everything. They thought like if you tried to bypass something, they actually like it had like really, really smart AI. So like you try to get through this one area and they have more enemies if you like go too early or something, or try to move too early. They were smart when they made this. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually super hard. So when I beat the game, it was really satisfying. And there's not much of a checkpoint system. I don't remember. It's just remember your health going like that. It was tough. It really was. Kind of not that fun, but it was okay. Then we got... I'm stuck on this game, Dragon Rage. It's pretty good. It was also made by 3DO, of all people. You play as this dragon, and you fight other enemies, and... It's good, but I'm stuck on this one part where you have to save some people, and then try to attack these other enemies, and you have to do it in a certain time limit or else you won't do it, and your dragon moves slow like molasses. I used to have just the disc for this, and then I just bought the game with the case. It's not bad, not terrible either, or not great either. Once again on a blue disc. You might have some enjoyment out of it. I just need to really sit down and just kind of beat this game. A lot of these games are kind of like, what ideas can we have for this new PlayStation 2 game? Alright, let's throw everything in the wall and see what sticks. This was a pretty fun game. It was originally on the Dreamcast, I believe. Headhunter, made by Acclaim. Very weird game. There were times, though, that I got stuck and I didn't know where to go. Like, there's a part near the end boss battle where you're going through these, like, corridors and hallways, and you're trying to figure out where to go and what to do, and you just go around and around and around and around until you kind of finally figure out like 3 or 4 hours later. But it had a cool story. I didn't mind it. I know there's a Headhunter 2, but I haven't played that.